Guys, I have a great shipping video for you today because you know the way we make a lot of 6 strings? Well, this week 6 strings are in the minority. We've got 5 12 strings, 1 13 string, and only 5 6 strings. So isn't that cool? That's an unusual shipping video out of here, but just shows you the diversity of what we build here at Emerald Guitars. So if you've not been to an Emerald Guitar shipping video, let me tell you what this is all about. These are guitars that have been designed and built by our audience, by people who want a custom Emerald guitar. They've gone into the website, gone onto our 3D builder, and if you haven't been there, definitely check that out. Designed these guitars probably about 2 months ago, because that's our lead time from order to delivery. And these are the completed guitars. And what we love doing every week is putting them together in a set and just having a look at the diversity of what we build, where they're going to around the world, what the specifications are of the guitars, and it's a beautiful thing. So thanks for following along. If you're a regular viewer, if you're new to it, please subscribe and stay connected to this, because this is a great way to learn about the world of Emerald guitars. So as I mentioned, we have quite a talking point this week about 12-string guitars. So we've got 2 of our Amicus here. We have a beautiful small body X7 12-string. We've got a 13-string harp guitar. We've got 2 X20 12-string guitars. And the reason that the 12 strings are so popular in what we do is because of the strength and stability of carbon fiber. So carbon fiber is a material that I've been working with, I guess now for over 30 years. When I started to build guitars, it was the material that I understood best. So that's why I chose to build guitars from carbon fiber rather than with wood. But it gives you a freedom to be able to build a different range of guitars. You can really think about guitars that are under a lot of tension, and carbon fiber just does that so well. So strong, so stable, stays in tune so much better, and just delivers so many benefits. Also, just unusual shapes, like a weird harp guitar here. We can do those shapes in our molds and much easier than you could do with wood. So it's that's a little bit about the origins that has led to such an unusual lineup of instruments. But let's have a look. We're going to jump in and we're going to talk about the Amicus first. So the Amicus is a short scale 12-string guitar, and it is tuned up to D. So if you can imagine putting a capo on the 10th fret of your guitar, that's the tuning that you've got here. It's tuned in unisons rather than in octaves like you have on a regular 12-string guitar. So each pair of strings have the exact same pitch, and that gives you a really full, rich, almost like a choppy rhythmic sound, you know, if you're strumming. And but it has an awful lot of complexity and overtones. You might think it's a small body, it's going to have a small sound. No, this is a small body that will smack you in the face with a lot of volume, clarity, and at the same time a lot of complexity. You know, when you hear this, you hear a lot of depth, lower tones as well as the high notes, and that's what I really love about it. We call it the mandolin for the guitar player. So it gives you those higher mandolin kind of sounds, but it's very much designed with the feel of a guitar player in mind. So this one is going out to Jens in Germany. It's harborica veneer with the transparent red over the top of it. We've got black hardware here, the black Goto 510s, and we've got black carbon fiber on the back of the sides. So a nice contrast between the red and then the black. So the second one, exact same specifications in terms of what the guitar is and the scale. This one's going out to Joe in Pennsylvania, and Joe was with us last year, or not last year actually, last May for the Emerald Music Tour, and he ordered this. He wanted to do something really special to commemorate his time in Ireland. So this is an Amicus that has a really Celtic feel to it. We've got the beautiful green and gold theme going on. You can see the gold hardware here on the inlays. We've got the gold vines, and then we decided to do these little shamrocks on here, just to kind of bring out that Irish feel. You know, the Irish shamrocks are so famous. And then we've got the royal ebony veneer with a green transparent over the top. Now there's one really nice feature that we did as well for this guitar, and you're going to have to look at it properly to see. Hopefully it comes out on camera, but we've got this logo that we made for the Emerald Music Tour May 2024, and wonderfully done by Carl. And what we wanted to do was have it there but ghosted into it. So Carl did this beautiful pearl with the transparent green over the top of it, so you can just about see the pearlescent. You can see the carbon right the way through it, but it just catches the light beautifully, and he did a wonderful job. Incidentally, if you haven't happened to see it, Carl has set up an Instagram page where he shows how he paints the emeralds, and he's just done that by himself, just charting his work here at Emerald. Not sure if that's in it, but it should be. And but it's a cool thing. If you're on Instagram, definitely go and look for that. We'll find the name and we'll put it on the screen here. Okay, so do you know what? Maybe we'll stick with 12 strings. So we'll come back to the 6 strings towards the end. So the next one is going out to Scott in North Carolina, and this is an X7 body. With the 12 string. So this is a really nice small body 12 string. If you like those compact proportions, this is a really nice choice. It's a slightly shorter scale length. It's a 24-inch scale, and that just makes it maybe a little bit easier to play, a little bit less tension on it, and yeah, it's a very nice sounding 12 string guitar. So it's got the vibrant green, transparent green, black hardware. We've got the silver vines here, and the green infinity knot. So I really like whenever you've got something on the fretboard that's kind of capturing the color of the front or the back, you know, some way it ties the two together. So it works wonderfully well. Now this also has the high vibe pickup system, and I'll not explain all the details, but this is our smart guitar system that allows you to have effects coming acoustically out of your guitar without plugging into an amp. Really, really cool system. But go to our YouTube channel and search for it there. You'll find a great video explaining the high vibe. Now, 13 string. So do you know what a harp guitar is? A harp guitar is essentially a regular 6-string guitar, but with a hollow arm and extra bass strings on it. So this one particularly has 7 sub bass strings, and you can play those then in accompaniment to your playing your melody on the neck, and it's a beautiful sound. Even when you're just playing the 6 strings, you get the extra reverberation from the extra sub bass strings, and yeah, it's a fantastic instrument, and we love having them as part of our lineup here at Emerald Guitars. Now this one is got the gold vines, silver infinity knot here, gold hardware. I think that gold hardware matches beautifully with the harborica veneer. So we haven't seen harborica much in the shipping video lately, and the reason for that is because we haven't had any. We've been running out of stock and found it very, very hard to find some. But I recently took a trip overseas, managed to secure some. It arrived in our building just yesterday, and we're currently preparing it to put onto our online builder, under our 3D builder. And towards the end of this video, what I'm going to do is take a walk upstairs. We'll have a look at that veneer and give you a little sneak preview. But if you're interested in harborica, if you like that nice pattern that it gives and the black to light contrasts, then check that out. It's going to be on our 3D builder, so go to 3D builder and find that. Black carbon back and sides, perfect choice with harborica. So if you're thinking harborica, this will maybe give you an inspiration. Harborica with black and gold, yeah, that really, really works. So Bruce, fantastic job on that. Right, let's go down here. John in Alabama, X20 12 string. So this was the original 12 string that we designed. The X20 has been our best selling 12 string right the way along. But then we started to introduce the other options like the X7 12 string, the X30 12 string, and just the range has evolved, and I'm proud to have, you know, possibly one of the largest selection of 12 string guitars out there. So it's great to have a speciality place for 12-string guitars. So this one is going to John in Alabama. It's red transparent over the black carbon. It's got white dots on the fretboard, black hardware. It's got the Bag's element pickup system in there, and it's got the red carbon back and sides. So that red's a beautiful color. It's got that wonderful, it's a subtle color, but when the light hits it, it comes electric and live. Really, really nice. And every angle you look at it, it's just slightly different tone and color. So you never get bored looking at it. Depending on the light, it's a different color. So that is that one. And then the last one we have, this is going to Dennis in Hawaii. Now, Dennis already has an X712, an X1012, an X2012, and an X10 Slimline. So he's adding another 12-string to his lineup. So I think, like, if there's ever a confirmation that a carbon fiber 12-string, an emerald 12-string is fantastic, then this is it. You know, it's going all the way to Hawaii, and if you're living in a country like Hawaii with a really harsh climate, with a lot of climate changes and temperature, humidity changes, then you want a carbon fiber guitar. That's why we sell more carbon fiber guitars, more emerald guitars into Hawaii every year than we do here in Ireland. It's always been a popular destination because people there, I think, understand the benefit of carbon fiber in that climate. So this one has Hawaiian koa. What a beautiful thing. So that koa is going home. It's got a really nice flame going through it. We've got this dark center to it. A lot of color and contrast happening, and that beautiful iridescence that we get with the koa. I absolutely love koa. So nice. The inlays are the gold Celtic knots with the black infinity knot, the 12-string. That's very eye-catching. Really like that. That really works. And what it kind of does is it almost mimics the contrast between the light and the dark here. You've got that same thing going on there. Gold hardware, nice choice there on the headstock, and a vibrant amber back and sides. So there we are, another great 12-string. So yeah, if you want a 12-string that's going to stay in tune, sound great, be easy to live with, you know, if you're on a difficult climate. We had a lot of people on our music tour last week that were from Arizona and Colorado, and dealing with that very dry climate there, and our guitars have been very popular in those states as well. So yeah, that's 12 strings. Now we're going to 6 strings. We've got Carol in Florida. So Florida is another place we sell a lot of guitars to. If you're a regular watching the videos, you'll see a lot going to Florida, and again, I think down to the climate conditions there. So this is an X7. It's our small body guitar, 24-inch scale. It's kind of a parlor size guitar, and it's got a teal color front and back, black hardware, and really like that teal. The teal's become very popular over the last while. It's over the dark carbon. It's a nice subtle color, but just has a lovely movement to it. It's got the Bag's element pickup system with the volume and tone here, and yeah, you'll have a lot of fun with that, Carol. Now, this one, I'm choosing this as my standout guitar of the week because, well, and you know, there's a lot of them, but this is absolutely stunning. So this is going to Tamara in New York, and Tamara was actually on the music tour as well. So we have 2 guitars we're completing from the music tour, but yeah, this is absolutely stunning. What a wonderful guitar to be building. We've got a piece of figured maple, so it's quilted, and it's got burl in it as well. So there's a lot of combination of things going on there. Beautiful positioning of it. We've got teal running to blue in the burst, and it just looks like the ocean. Just really, it looks like, you know, you're jumping in there to, you know, some kind of an underwater seascape. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. So congratulations to Carl for painting this, for just nailing the colors. Congratulations to Tamara for choosing all the details. Inlays, just perfect along with this. So the inlays are the silver vines with the blue dots. So so have a look at the dots, and it will tell you a little bit about what we do. So when we're doing these dots, we are creating a cavity. We fill that cavity with silver. We line the sides of it with silver. Then we use a transparent color in it, and it does the same as what we do on the top. But what you do is you get this movement with it. You're seeing this depth, and so it's not just like one flat static color. It's a color with depth, and I really like that. And it's perfectly matching what's going on there on the top. So so really beautiful. Chrome hardware. Good choice, and a vibrant blue back and sides. Now just take a second and have a look at that. So how could I be anything but proud of something like that going out of our building? Stunning. And that doesn't in any way diminish any of the choices of the other guitars, but there has to be sometimes one that just stands out a little bit special. Now we have Anna in California, and this is another beautiful guitar in a slightly different way. You know, it's much more understated. This is black limba, the veneer. It's got darker brown tones with the lighter center here. The lighter center just really holds the pickup and bridge nicely. That sits really well. And then the controls sitting down there in the darker part. So I think it just nicely segments the guitar, which is very nice. So this is an X10 slimline, as you can see, slim body. And it's got the Crevo humbucker here. It's got the Graphtec piezos, and it's got a 13-pin MIDI connection as well. So a lot going on with it pickup wise. Still has a great projection acoustically. We designed this very much as an acoustic guitar that'll work really well unplugged, but excel when you take it on stage and plug it in. So, so the combination of that hollow body, but still slim proportions, just gives you a very stable amplified guitar. And with that combination of pickups, you can really create a lot of different sounds. It's got black hardware, and then the back and sides is a teal back and sides, and it's been done with our crystal ice. It's a finish that we've used in the past, and a few people are maybe digging up the past and finding out about the crystal ice and have asked us to do that. So it's nice to be able to kind of bring that back out there again. So so if you're interested in crystal ice, ask us about it, and we can potentially do that for you. So Amitava, am I pronouncing that properly? Probably not. In Sheffield in England, another absolutely beautiful Virtuo. So we're quite a range of guitars here. You know, we're going from the slimline, the harp guitars, the 12 strings, and this is what the kind of the closest we get into the electric world. So essentially what you have here is a marriage between an electric guitar and acoustic guitar, and all the best bits have married and fused together. So you've got an electric guitar going on here in the center. We've got the Fishman Fluence humbuckers, volume and tone. The Fishman gives you multiple voices, so you have a classic humbucker sound, a sort of modern overwound humbucker sound, and you have a single coils when you pull up on these switches. Then you've got three-way controls here, so that's all your magnetics. Then here you have magnetic and piezo, and right down here it's piezo only. So piezos, the Graphtec piezos here, volume control for that. You've got a little push pull for like a mid boost, and then this knob is MIDI. So 13-pin MIDI connection, and so you can connect that to something like the GR55 or something, and you've got a volume control to that, so you can just blend in a little bit of something extra from the MIDI as you choose. The veneer is spalted chen, and they're very, very nice. Wonderful colors. It's got the light browns, it's got these sort of rusty vibrant brown colors, It's got the light wood here at the side. There's a beautiful iridescence going on it. I can almost see greens coming through there as well. So there's a lot happening in the colors there, and very, very nice. The inlays, we've got the white Irish rose going on here in the vine, and we've got teal on the rose. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then that was the giveaway, teal back and sides. So teal and natural wood working really well together. Now, last one we have today is going to Texas, Gerald in Texas, and this is an X20 6-string. It's got Cocobolo veneer. We've got a Graphtec piezo adjustable bridge. We've got the K&K Pure Minis inside. We've got 2 volume controls for both pickup systems. And on the fretboard, we've got the gold Celtic knots. On the back and sides, we've got red carbon. So red actually works very nicely with Cocobolo, and that's stunning. Love the position of this Cocobolo. We've just got that nice sort of V pattern happening up here around the neck, kind of holding that, and just a little bit of drama that's created by that light wood running off the center of that. So what a wonderful guitar to finish with. So that's it for this week. Very, very nice selection of instruments. I'm always proud every week to be able to pull those together and show them to you like this, and I'm really proud that some of you guys come back week after week after week and don't get bored looking at these. That's a really cool thing. But I just want to give a big shout out as well. Last week we had the Emerald Music Tour, and we had I think we had over 40 people from around the world, mostly from the USA, some from Australia, from the UK. We had just such a wonderful time, a great week of music. We just immersed ourselves in the local musicians here, went to all the different amazing spots in our county, and brought them to life with music. So very, very special week. A huge thanks to the people that were on the tour. And if you're ever thinking about coming to Donegal, keep it in mind. We're going to be quite soon announcing next year's tours. We're going to do it again next May and September. So so if you're interested in that, watch this space. We're definitely doing it again. Now I'm going to take a walk up to the veneer room, and then we'll leave you for today. So come with me. So I brought you up to the veneer room just to have a look at the harborica that's just arrived. This is just 2 bundles out of about 6 or 7 that we've received, and each one has its own unique figure. And you'll have a look at it just to see the difference between these different pieces. These are going to be going online. You'll be able to visualize them in the 3D builder. But what's really nice about harborica is it's got really nice iridescence on the light woods, and then the contrast then to the dark wood. But even the dark wood almost has a glow to it. You know, it's got these dark bluey black tones going to grays, various different shades, and we end up doing a lot of really nice stuff with this. We can also put transparent colors over the top, and they've always been popular with colors. But natural harborica combined with, say, black carbon fiber, it's always a great choice. So I think it goes well with the carbon fiber finishes. This is something a bit different than we've had before. This is a very dark black, but still with a lot of detail in it. It's just like black silk, absolutely stunning. We've got some flame details, some burls going on in it, and it's just silky is kind of the only way I can describe it. Look at these burls here that are like a lighter wood in among the dark wood. That's going to make some really, really interesting guitars. So I'll not pull all the pieces up here. But yeah, you know, you can just imagine this. Say we're book matching this. I can see this section here book matched. It's going to be beautiful. So I'm excited to get this online. It's been a big gap in what we've been showing on our website. It's nice. I like to think about our veneers as a color palette. So we always like to have different shades, from bright colors to all the different wood tones. You know, dark browns, lights. And harborica was always just something that was a little bit different. It just brings in a different shade into play. Now, also just got some quilted maple, and this is quilted figured maple, and just quite similar to what you just saw on Tamara's guitar. and it's got some really nice burl going on. You've got this quilting and lines and patterns, and you can see just how effective it was on Tamara's guitar, and we can expect to do some very, very similar things on this. Again, this is going to be going online. Darren is just currently working at it and is going to be putting it online over the coming days. So hopefully by the time you see this on Friday evening, we're already going to have some live on the website. You can go there and have a look, and then there'll be more coming after. But that's it. Going to leave you with that today. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask Andreas to maybe put like one little clip of a performance from our Emerald Music Tour. And like, honestly, there were so many performances, so many highlights. So I'm going to let him choose something to play you out. So have a great week wherever you are in the world. Stay connected to what we're doing here at Emerald, and thanks for watching. See you next week.